Okay, so today we're going to talk about road vacations. I find that there's a lot of confusion as to how to go about conducting a road vacation and more so how to divide up the land after a road vacation. So today we're going to talk about some of the basic principles involved in a road vacation and how to divide the property up afterwards. So, first off, what is a road vacation and why is it important? Yeah, a road vacation is a process of terminating an unnecessary right-of-way or public service easement. A road vacation is often an easy solution to solving development type issues, like whether there be encroachments or someone needs their lot bigger or there's some setback issues. And it's frequently the surveyor who identifies an opportunity for a road vacation and facilitates the process. So when it comes to laws and statutes regarding road vacations, there's an immense amount of information out there, way too much to cover in a presentation such as this. So instead, what I've done is I've distilled what I feel are 5 important concepts that the surveyor needs to be aware of regarding road vacations, and those concepts are the offer of dedication and the type of road vacation, be it a general road vacation or a summary road vacation. There's the idea that the road vacation should not cut off access to another person's property. There's the presumption that after said road vacation, the abutting owners take ownership to the center of the line, but not in every case. We're going to talk about that. And also there is how to redraw the lot lines after said road vacation. So first off, let's talk about the offer of dedication. Now, what is an offer of dedication? So an offer of dedication is when a developer offers up portions of land to the public, be they roads or utility easements or drainage easements. If the governing body or the developer feels that there's something that should be given to the public, the developer will offer up such easements and rights of ways to the public via the map. And one thing to note about an offer of dedication is once it's on the map, it's irrevocable. Even if the governing body does not accept the offer, it's still on the map and they can come back and accept it at any time. So the offer of dedication is irrevocable. And well, one of the only ways to get rid of said offer of dedication is to do a road vacation. So the first thing you want to do is look for the offer itself, and you'll find the offer on the parcel map or final map that created the parcels. And in this case, this is a parcel map, and on the parcel map there are 2 offers of dedication. One is for a 60-foot wide road, and the other is for some additional right-of-way for a road called G-Bar-T Ranch Road. So what you then want to do is you want to look to the cover page of the parcel map or the final map and determine whether or not the offer was accepted or rejected. Now this is important because whether it was accepted or rejected will tell you the type of road vacation you're going to need to pursue. So this is the cover page for the map in question we were looking at on the last slide, and we look at the clerk to the board statement and we see that, well, the one of the offers was rejected while the other offer was accepted. There are 2 types of road vacations, a general vacation and a summary vacation. A general vacation applies to most offers of dedication. That's except those offers of dedication that are specifically enumerated under a summary road vacation. Most of your accepted offers of dedications that have to do with roads are going to be general vacations, and general vacations are more difficult to accomplish simply because you're trying to get rid of something that's been accepted into the public domain. Therefore, it's public property and it requires public feedback in order to get rid of it. On the other hand, we have the summary vacation. And summary vacations are applicable in 6 defined circumstances. It could be in the case of an unaccepted or rejected offer of dedication, as well as some certain types of accepted offers of dedication. And those 6 circumstances are when a road has been superseded or relocated, or a road is impassable, or some type of public service easement that's not a road, or excess right-of-way. Could also be a public road that dead ends onto somebody's property. And lastly, an unaccepted offer of dedication. All right, so one thing that you need to be aware of when looking at the potential road vacation is whether or not it cuts off access to another person's property. Now, it is possible to ask for a road vacation that would cut off access to someone's property. However, courts recognize that access is a property right and it has a monetary value. So the governing body which would be processing the road vacation would not likely, or they don't want to be sued. Likely they'd be sued if they allowed a road vacation that cut off access to someone's property. So be prepared to offer up money or an easement or something to that effect. All right, so now we're going to get to the nitty-gritty, and that is how to divide up the land after the road has been vacated. And this is an area where there's a lot of confusion. Things are often misrepresented, and time goes by, and people say, "Hey, how come my lot lines look like this? Shouldn't I own this? Shouldn't I own that?" And there's lawsuits, and all sorts of bad stuff happens. So here's the way it's done. That is, the law assumes that the property owners adjacent to the vacated area own to the center line. However, at common law, that does not apply in every case. There are exceptions to that rule. Now, the important takeaway is that the governing body that processes the road vacation, they are going to presume ownership to the center of the line. They're not going to do any title search, anything like that, to fight for one side or the other. They're going to presume ownership to the center of the line. It's up to the surveyor and the people advocating for the landowners to determine who exactly owns what. And that needs to be done beforehand, not after the vacation, but as a part of the submittals to the road vacation, the maps, the deeds, whatever you're preparing for the client. You got to be clear in who owns what, and you got to record that with the road vacation itself. If you don't do that beforehand, problems the lawsuits will come about as time goes by. And the surveyor, the people advocating for the client, this is your job. No one else is going to do this for you. So you need to prepare the maps and the documents showing who owns what. All right, so here's some more stuff about how to divide up the property after the vacation. And this has to do with where the lot lines will go within the vacated portion. So the rule is, if the road is straight, then the new property will be drawn perpendicular to the center line of the road to the lot line. However, if the road is curved, then the new boundary will be drawn as a prolongation of the original lot line to the center line. So what that will look like is, take this parcel map. For instance, there's this alley running straight down the middle. The homeowners decide that they don't want to build the alley, and they all get together and they decide to vacate it. Okay, so in this case, the alley, it's a straight road. Therefore, the lines will be, or the new property lines within that vacated alley will be drawn perpendicular from the center line of the alley to the property lines, the existing property lines. Now, if you notice, those perpendicular lines aren't exactly the same bearing as the property line itself. And, well, depending on how crooked the road, those lots could have some really cockeyed endpoints there. However, this is the way the law presumes the new boundary lines will be drawn, but the caveat is unless there is a map and an agreement that states otherwise. So once again, this is where the surveyor needs to advocate for the clients. That is, the surveyor should prepare a map. There should be an agreement signed by all the people involved that, hey, we want our property lines drawn a different manner than what's prescribed by law. Now, in this case, we have a curved road, and if this road was to be vacated, then the lines would be drawn as a prolongation from the original lot lines to the center line. So what that looks like is, so that's the way the new parcel lines would be drawn, much cleaner. All right, so now that we've talked about some of the concepts related to road vacations which a land surveyor needs to know, we're going to apply those principles in a real life situation. And this is the situation. It's there's this gentleman who purchased all the parcels in red on this map, and he wants to vacate this road running through there, which is in blue, Dakota Ranch Road. But there's the owner of the green parcel there, that's a separate owner. So what this guy wants to do, he wants to vacate the road, and he wants to take ownership of the entire road, including the cul-de-sac. So let's use this as an example and see whether or not this is going to happen. Okay, so the first thing to do is look to see if there was actually an offer of dedication for this road. And we already saw this map, and the answer is yes. There was an offer of dedication for this 60-foot wide road known as Dakota Ranch Road. So the next thing we want to do is to see whether this offer was accepted or rejected. So to find out whether or not it was accepted or rejected, we look to the cover page of the parcel map, and we see that, in fact, the offer of dedication was rejected on behalf of the public. And that's good because that tells us what type of road vacation we want to pursue. Okay, so since we've determined that the offer of dedication for Dakota Ranch Road was rejected or unaccepted, we know that we could use a summary road vacation. Now here on the right here you see these are the 6 statutory summary vacation situations. One of those 6 situations is for unaccepted offer of dedication. So in this case we will use a summary road vacation because this is an unaccepted offer of dedication. So now we're going to look at whether or not this road vacation would cut off access to someone's property. And well, just by looking at the images here, the before and after images, we see that yes, in fact, this road vacation would cut off access to the green parcel there, the isolated parcel. That is owned by somebody else other than the person who was requesting the road vacation. So in this case, that's bad. The owner of the green parcel is going to have to sign off on this road vacation. We're going to request an easement. There's all sorts of things that we need to do to protect the access rights to this green parcel. So right there, this is one red flag. Okay, so moving on to the last bit, we need to decide whether we're going to use the perpendicular method or the prolongation method for apportioning out the portion of Dakota Ranch Road which has been vacated. Well, because Dakota Ranch Road is a straight road, we are going to use the perpendicular method. So on the right, you'll see the red lines. That is what the parcel lines will look like. That is the new parcel lines will be drawn perpendicular to the center line of Dakota Ranch Road to the existing lot lines. This is an easy one because it just so happens that the existing lot lines are perpendicular to Dakota Ranch Road center line. There is a problem here though, because like I said earlier, the guy who requested this road vacation, he wants to own the entire cul-de-sac. Well, based on the rules of apportionment, he's not going to own that cul-de-sac. However, the person who owns that cul-de-sac is the person who owns that parcel there. So that's another red flag. In conclusion, because this road vacation is going to cut off access to the green parcel, and because the owner of the red parcel will not take ownership of the entire cul-de-sac, it is unlikely that this road vacation will be successful without some significant concessions by the guy who owns the red parcels, be it financial concessions, easements, whatnot. And that's it. I hope this has been helpful and useful. Have a good day.